trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. At your mama crib ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. We got 25 to left. Hey, pick your game up. Wait. Easy. We got hurry. Get up a little bit.
A first down throw for Winston. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Winston. And right away, he lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Pass there he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or division. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 51 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with the defender right there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Come to my work. Back. Well. Mike 20. Hey. Under 10. 10.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 20. Look left. Slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny. with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 11 yards there, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the shit.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wait.
First down, Winston. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Got to do better. Come on. Green, triple C.
Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
14. Hey, yo, 40. Run left.
Here's Wilson to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
0-0. Fair.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. That's caught out right by Jennings. That one good for 26 and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
14.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
In your face.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go. Pick it up, G. 18. One left. Good.
Here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Jameis throwing here. That's complete to Perriman. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Jameis to throw it. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7 with a sack at Ziggy Ansah. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Switch up, switch up. No. 36.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 18. Oh, spinning away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Left side complete to Lockett. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch 80. Watch even. Watch time. Tie your right. Check three. Easy. Hey, check motion, man.
Final play of the half here. Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
36 power. Shift. Front left, good side.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Penny, the first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Forward. Hey, let's get this. Hey, 0. Hey, easy. Check.
And that'll set them back 5.
Screen 80. Check. There. Here we go. Check nickel. Hey, 0. Front left. Alert.
On second down, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Well. Oh, you got deep? Hey, check Mike 45. Bang out. Bam. Hey, alert. Good shot.
Third and long. It's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go, go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check Mike, check Mike.
To throw is Winston. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Go, go, go. Switch gears.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You're not ready. You're not ready. One plus. Go. 14.
Now it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
65.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on.
On 2nd down, Barber. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check it backer, check it backer. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Wait.
Throw left side taken in by Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
By 52, by 52. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
They'll throw again. Winston. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Back to you.
Jameis again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brashad Perriman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Go. Check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Easy. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, Mike,
On 1st and 10, Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Ready? White 25. You want this. Mike 50. Mike 50. Easy. Green, triple C.
From the gun, Winston. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ziggy Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Winston now. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Still got 4 down. Mark that.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Bucs 29-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
14. Spread left. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike's 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Mike.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Mike 20, Mike 20, jumps up. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, let's get this. I'll go special. I'll go special. 20, Mike 20. Target, 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 target. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch safety creep, watch it.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Open man is Cantrell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Alert, alert, alert. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Friday, 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 Friday.
Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
52's the mic, right here on there, right? 52's the mic. Easy, easy, easy. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's make these babies go.
Here's Winston.
Let's make these babies go.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Hard throw, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Winston to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Seahawks, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.